brainstorming ways to boost economy. B20 is a forum through which the private sector produces economic policy recommendations for the annual meeting of the G20 leaders. It brings together business leaders from across G20 member countries to reflect on the key role of the private sector as the main driver of economic growth.
The session will introduce the structure of B20 China Task Force, release the list of task force chair and co-chairs, and present proposed priority topics and timelines for each task force.
Over the past years, B20 priorities have been closely aligned with those of the G20 summit, focusing on goals to promote global economic development. And these include financial system reform, trade and investment, infrastructure, employment, and anti-corruption policy. The B20 task forces consult with the business community to devise a list of recommendations for the G20 members. Since 2010, more than 400 policy recommendations have been proposed, and these continue to be highly valued by G20 leaders, and many have been previously incorporated into the group's communiques.
I think there is an enormous opportunity for intensifying the communication between business on the one hand and government entities, and especially, of course, the G20 leaders on the other hand.
This is a very important process. B20 can have a major role, and this year's B20 is not only talking about concepts, it will be talking about implementation. So China, I think the legacy of China this year will be to push for implementation.
The B20 China has decided to establish 5 task forces, namely financing growth, trade and investment, infrastructure, SME development, and employment. They will also be joined by a special forum that will focus on anti-corruption.
We hope that through the discussions here, and there's a lot of good ideas on the table, we can find common platforms to make sure we can reach out to more people in the cities, but also in remote areas, to make sure that they can enhance their capabilities to find a meaningful job.
China hopes the international business community, organizations, and scholars will work closely to hold a successful B20. This will help boost innovative development, build an open world economy, and enhance global economic governance. HONA CCTV, Beijing.